and welcome back to Summit Sunrise. I'm here in the studio with Peter from the Sound Room in Frisco, and they are really kind of your one-stop audio-visual shop. And today we're talking about going green.
Absolutely, yeah. We talked about light dimmers a couple of sessions, and there were some studies out there that when it comes to energy and energy savings, about 20% of your utility bill actually relates to your lights.
Oh.
So that's quite a big portion.
And I feel like it's something that you don't often pay attention to. It's always hard to go out of a room and turn the lights off. So it's kind of something you need to be a little bit more cognizant about, probably.
Absolutely, and there's sensors and things like that help you out. Be aware of where the light levels are at that point.
Okay.
And that 20% of the utility bill, typically 50% of that is wasted energy of your lights. That's like you're saying, you forgot to turn the lights on and off, things like that. Or the lights are at a certain level where they're not dimmed at an effective way and wasting away energy there.
Yes.
And the nice thing about those dimmers is, once more, that you can set it, let's say, at 10% dimming of your lights, 10% energy savings, but also twice the light bulb life expectancy.
Ah, yes.
If you do that with 25%, you get 20% light savings and 4 times the light.
So it adds up pretty quickly, is what it sounds like.
It adds up really quickly. It does. It does. And there's a couple of ways of making that automated. So instead of you going to the light switch, turning it off, on and off, or dimming it to a certain level, you can automate it by an ambient light sensor in the room.
Oh, okay.
So depending on how much light you have at that point, it will dim the light to a certain level where you save energy, but the light's still at a level where it's convenient.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So is this a system that you're finding a lot of people want to install in every room in the house? Is that a possibility?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, it can pretty much go anywhere. So it ties in with our control system, Control 4 system, and it can be added up anywhere in the house. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't have to be wired. It can be all wireless, so that's a plus, because not everybody has the wires in place. So that ambient sensor is a great feature. A lot of people, for instance, have a light sensor outside that only turns on
when your car pulls up or when someone's outside.
Exactly. Or let's say you want to make it a safety feature, and when it's sunset, it turns on at sunset, and you have lights at any given day during the night. But still, you can control it through your computer or through your phone and say, okay, I don't want to have it on anymore. I'm in the house, I'm settled, I have my alarm on, and the alarm, by triggering that alarm, it will turn off the lights as well. Outside, inside, or for instance, you have your audio video still on. You don't really have to worry about that, because with that one press, it turns off your audio video as well.
It's so crazy that all of this is wireless as well. It seems so high-tech. So what other kind of energy-saving things do you guys do over at the Sound Room? I mean, obviously, talking about dimming lights, is this something that could be used for heat, temperature control?
Yeah, absolutely. Yep, there's thermostats, smart thermostats out there, where you can pretty much schedule it to only turn on when you're actually at home. And then when you leave the house, once you set that alarm, reset that thermostat and get it back to a level where you don't need that heat per se. Where it's comfortable, but you don't need its full-blown heat. So that's a big energy saver there. Another nice feature is shades, for instance. You could have your shades come up and down depending on the amount of sunlight coming into your house. So let's say there's less sunlight, the shades go up. So it keeps the warmth and energy inside. Actually, it's the other way around. The sunlight comes in, the shades go up. The sun is less.
I'm following you.
The shade go down. So, but yeah, there's the thermostats, there's the shades, and it's a lot of benefits for our customers that we can install for them and show them how to work in and save that energy, that 50% that you would waste. Is actually part of your energy savings, which is great.
Yeah, and I'm thinking, you know, if you're a builder or if you're kind of planning your dream house up here in Summit County, there are always all these little incentives that they kick you if you go, you know, above and beyond to be green. So this is sounding right up that avenue.
Yeah, and we see a lot of construction out there because we do a lot of wiring in the houses, and I happen to see a lot of builders actually putting a lot of energy saving features in the house, from the window treatments to the windows themselves, where it's double glass. But also, for instance, the insulation into the houses. There's a lot of types of insulations that you can put inside the wall and save a lot of energy that way. So make it a greenhouse, so to speak.
Yes.
So it's warm enough you can grow your tomatoes at the same time. So that's
well, you could, you know. I mean, it's up to the individual, I guess.
Sure.
So talking about where you guys are located, you're right in Frisco, and you got a great showroom too. So people that maybe have questions, they want to learn more about you, definitely push them into the store.
Sure, sure. And then we can demo those energy saving features as well in the store.
Perfect.
In Frisco.
Nice.
Yeah.
So we're taking a look at the website too. That's also a great place to go if you want more information, and you can see some of the things that you can find over at the Sound Room in Frisco. Well, Peter, thank you. I always learn so much in these interviews, and it makes me think when I finally plan my dream house, it's probably going to have to be kind of a greenhouse. Yeah. We're going to check in real quick with the road report before we take a quick break, because there are some things to let you know about going on the interstate. Now, some icy and snow-packed conditions all along the I-70 mountain corridor. And if you are headed over to Vail, well, they are going to be doing some AVI mitigation work around 9:30. So be prepared at that. Vail eastbound I-70, and as we check in with these traffic cams, you can see there still is a little bit of snow, so it's making kind of issues with visibility out there on the roadways. So if you are going to be commuting, make sure you take it slow. Be courteous to everyone around you. Winter driving conditions do exist out there at the moment. It's all brought to us by the Summit Stage, so we thank them for being our free transportation everywhere in Summit County. Time for us to take a quick break, but we got Watch and Win coming up around the corner, so make sure you stick around.